This was Le Nain Rouge Parade. We just saw Donald there. He made an appearance out here. I had to exchange battery packs, and I missed a lot of the main assembly here where they dispelled of Le Nain, a devilish creature, and I believe this is him. He's like on steroids this year. Look how, or he's been drinking out of the Detroit sewers again, but luckily, look, RoboCop. And I'd be willing to bet my money on RoboCop if there was a throwdown or the like. He could take Le Nain. But Le Nain wishes ill will to Detroit and its residents. So every year for like the past 6 years, they've had this parade. And it kind of celebrates the arrival of spring also. It's kind of like the first Sunday after the vernal equinox, or the first day of spring. It's usually about 2 weeks, maybe sometimes 1 week after the St. Patrick's Day parade. This place, yeah, the Donald Trump mobile, they had the patriotic gas tanks. They had the Donald hooked up. It's photo op time now, and then they had an afterglow party in the Masonic. Nice park here, Cass Park. There's the Donald. What's he smoking? Get on the Trump choo-choo train. It's leaving the city. So this was Sunday, March 26th. The Viking Motel is certainly a well-known establishment on Grand River. I'm going to head downtown here and take a little spin, Book Tower. The sun is trying to peek through. Actually, I wanted to make a stop at the Fillmore to make sure I got a ticket for the Detroit Free Press Film Festival and their world premiere of 12th and Claremont. Here's the new hockey arena, so I also want to do a walk around there and check out the progress. That certainly is going to be a big boost for the city. The hockey arena combined basketball arena. Yeah, it wasn't the prettiest of days, but yeah, March always can be dicey to be sure. Hot Taco, they've been around a few years. Okay, right next to the Fox, too, they got some construction going on. I'll show a banner here in a bit. They'll give the lowdown. Well, some artist work is still visible here. And Cliff Bells. You owe it to yourself just to step inside and take a peek. All right, here's the Fillmore. And they had an event here, the Spring Flames. So there was a group of young people already lined up. They had some special opening. Okay, the District Detroit. This is the Little and then the Little Caesars World Headquarters campus expansion. So they have the heavy artillery out back. Yeah, I could be just like a little kid and just watch construction all day. It reminds me of the Tonka toy days in my childhood, building stuff. So, anyways, here around nearby, the Detroit Fox Theater. Gotta be careful, strobes are used at times. Nice door handles or door pulls. Comerica Park, site of opening day, which the Tigers won in dramatic fashion. Baseball is back. How fun is that? Okay, so right across I-75, you see the bubble of the arena, but in the foreground, they're going to have some office, retail, shopping, restaurants, bars kind of thing. I'm not sure how it's all going to play out. It will be exciting to see. But yeah, later this fall. So schedule is on time. They're doing well, or they're on schedule, I should say. Okay, these guys, okay, the queue line, and that's a stop. This is exciting also. Soon, the streetcar will be running a 3.1 mile stretch on Woodward Avenue. Okay, that from a plane, that's what Little Caesars Arena will look like. I'm excited about this mass transit thing we got going here. I think it's going to work so well that soon we'll be saying, well, why can't we do it on Gratiot or Michigan Avenue or Grand River? So this is just a start. And that's all part of urban planning, which I'm on a big urban planning kick. Not to bore you to tears, but that's kind of what I want to do. Here, a big property here, and it sits frontage right on Woodward. Look at these door hinges. Very artistic. I don't know if I've seen any bigger than that. Okay, North M1, Woodward Avenue, Main Street, Detroit. This used to be a restaurant, and it's attached with the Vietnam War chapter here. They moved out. This will be torn down. I don't know how. They'll probably keep the end building, but a lot of businesses kind of sold to make way for the arena. Here, a new place. Well, it's been around maybe for a year, but a restaurant there, Vietnamese. Now, the granite in front, maybe they're going to try to preserve some of this. It would be nice if they are careful. There is an image here that I think this is what they want to save. So if they're careful, they should be able to get it and transfer it to the new place. That would be the ticket. Okay, well, Ford Field, it's supposed to be the Ballyhoo now, the only major city that's going to have, well, any city that will have all four sports teams in the downtown location, and certainly within walking distance. If that's true, how neat! What an entertainment area, the downtown, and this will stretch out to Midtown too, kind of connect the dots. Well, here's one of the stations. They haven't unfurled the electronic equipment yet. It's under wraps. A cement bench, so you're not going to get too comfortable. And then it looks like the power station. But it'll be a little bit elevated to do the boarding, but certainly access will be there for handicapped and the like. That should be no problem with the wheelchairs. Here, well, blimp action. So looks like there might be a little atrium. I'm not sure if the blimp would come to see just the outside. They've been around for Tiger championship games, but the Tigers play open air. Well, a lot of people here. The Fox, the performance is just letting out. Beautiful marquee, recently redone. Hey, Bill Maher.
Hi.
Okay, here, 12th and Claremont. That was the schedule. I wanted to buy a ticket. The world premiere was $20. And so anyways, behind this facade, there's an empty lot. What are they going to do there? Another look here at Cliff Bell's. And we'll look at their menu. 2030 Park. They have good entertainment there. And Go-Go's. So kind of like surfing food. Detroit, a pretty walkable city, and packs a lot of restaurants and bars in walking distance. So, okay, well, let's look at the menu here a little bit. Appetizers, soups, and salads. Okay. Wagyu strip steak. Well, it's a real quick overview. Brunch is from 11 to 3. The United Artists Theater building, that nothing's been done with that yet. They have a nice fire escape. And then, I've only seen this from the outside, Rusted Crow, but they took that space. There was going to be a Shields Pizza there for, it seems like, the longest time, but it seems like they found it with the Rusted Crow. And the Detroit Cycle Pub. You know, I'm going to have to change tapes here. That was that. Okay, you know the routine. We're going to go to a different thing. That's what happens when the tape runs out. Boom. Quite the stop. Okay, new one's in, and press play. All right, you have to get your glasses out or really pay attention. That is, I believe, the space shuttle. And if you can see it in perspective to some other little white dots in the area, you can see this thing is kind of moving. And Channel 4 on their weather alert said, yeah, you could see the space shuttle, you know, for like 5 minutes. It's going to come out of the southwest and head over to the northeast. So I was watching it just off of Van Born Road, and it was a clear night, so it was great. So it's up there, and this camcorder does pretty good, but it is pretty, there you can see it again. It was trucking pretty good, and I'm like 90% sure. I can't totally say, but I know that's not a plane. So kudos to Channel 4. Now this is a plane. I can see this one. Yeah, but that space shuttle thing was, yeah, kind of neat. So now I'm going to pay attention next time I hear it where they say there's a viewing time. Okay, check this out.
Basics of small-scale real estate development.
NHA says that although the population of Detroit declined, the city never died.
It certainly is a misperception of people who come here who think, oh, Detroit is empty.
Andy says it's a great place to start your career.
My career path that's happening here and those of my friends and family just couldn't happen in any other city.
But if you're looking for a fresh start to stretch that pay a little further, here's a little advice.
Come and check out the neighborhoods.
If people came here to visit, they'd be surprised at what they saw.
I encourage everyone to visit.
To see if your city made the list, head over to listtv.com.
Yeah, Detroit was the number one city on that list, like most affordable kind of a deal, and it is. Okay, here's the ticket that I got. 12th and Claremont, world premiere, the Fillmore, Thursday, March 30th. It was $20. And I never did get around to paint the kitchen. Here, I love my bowling pin rockets. So this was March 30th. That was done by Owen, a Detroit artist. I liked when we had those license plates, Motor Capital. That was cool. DET.com is the website. Okay, so now this is the day. I would have loved to have taken the camera into the Fillmore, but nah, I'm not gonna do that. But that's where I parked for free. It's getting harder and harder to park for free. There's all those electronic pay stations. But I'll walk a country mile before I have to pay. Some other people along the same line of thinking. But I got to walk back that way. There's the construction for the Little Caesars expansion of their business facility. Okay, and then later that night after the world premiere, look at the glow. And I believe that was the blue glow from Ford Field. Okay, and then the next day, Friday, Cinema Detroit, I wanted to look at the Fleur de Lis. Oh, cool, but I like their sign out front. I wanted to see another movie or documentary in the Detroit Film Festival, but I got here a little late. This was the official program, and there were several venues, but Cinema Detroit was one. And then here we'll look at the program. It's a little dark, but Friday, March 31st, Uncle Jesse, Portrait of a Delta Bluesman. And I saw him playing Hamtramck, and he was a cool cat. He passed away a few years back, but quite the man, the gentleman. Well, it was sold out. So now I'm going to do a walking tour. This was like, I was disappointed. They have room for about 100, and they had entertainment beforehand. It started at 9:30, and I was a little late, so shame on me. I didn't get in, but I'm going to do a walking tour, and this is new, this florist shop. And I'm looking in the rear of the building, a nice painting, and it's well lit at night, so it makes you want to, okay, a florist shop. I like that lamp, but they have stuff growing out of the ceiling even. So a nice window display, and right next to it, Cake Ambition. And then it says here on the bottom, let them eat cake. Yeah, if you're a cake shop, that's a great slogan. So they'll be opening soon. That's adjoining. And then this is like a trifecta here. I love this light bulb too. It's like the old school, but they're probably energy efficient also. This is the ticket here. The glass. The glass block and the curvature. Oh, and this harkens back to what? The late 40s maybe, or I love that. Just the simple bar in the building. This was boarded up before. It looks gorgeous. Hey, they got some thingies out here. Okay, and then everyone welcome. So there's some church action going on over here. Just up the street. I'm on 3rd. Yeah, I was bumming that I didn't see the movie, but 3rd is coming back also along with Cass. Certainly the Cass Corridor neighborhood is going like gangbusters, and the site of the new hockey and basketball arena, Little Caesars Arena, just being walking distance just means this area is much more desirable. Some stonework here, the West Canfield Historic District. And if you can speed read through all that, you're doing good. Yeah, we have to try to preserve. Detroit's got a lot of good history and a lot of cool things, but we've had a knack over the years to destroy and not preserve certain things. But I think it's kind of turned around where people think, hey, we can make a go of it. Hey, this is an artist's space here. They do steel work. Usually that sculpture is lit up. Again, another look from across the street at the bar. And then the cake shop and the florist shop. So what a neat little block. Eat me, it says. Wow. That neon is kind of provocative or thought-provoking. Gus's Fried Chicken, and they're world famous. Who knew? But I like the lighting up here, and this is the first time I've seen this place. Today's special is chicken. I don't know if that's every day, if they change that sign or not. But it seemed like they had patrons coming in and out, and that's always a good sign. But there's a lot of new restaurants. This is a site where Fortune Records was way back in the, like, I guess the 50s and the 60s. This is a place where you come to make a fortune. But, a small like studio. Here, yeah, this used to be a pizza shop. Boy, this was a notorious neighborhood back when I was coming of age. Graduated in '78, but around like the '80s, Jumbo's Bar. This was an eye-opening experience. I could tell you stories, but it was kind of like the red light district area. And it's probably not a family show here, anyways. But yeah, the stories I could tell. But it's turning around here now. Just south of here and to the left will be the new hockey arena. This was a variety store, 5 and 10 and up. All right, here's the phone number. Here we go again with the urban planning. It's like everything's a piece of the puzzle, so it's probably trying to sell it for top dollar now, but it'll be interesting to see how this neighborhood changes. This is Midtown Place Apartments, but they have like equal opportunity or housing assistance when you see that like HUD logo. A little more religion down here, and a little bit of a place where you can get some help or some meals. In that place, yeah, you can shoot a game of pool there. It's kind of neat. Now, there's a lot of thingies here. And off in the distance, Motor City Casino, and they got the nice neon lights. Now, I think they may be relocating this, the Road Home Neighborhood Services Association. It's almost like Tsunami Center, but they help the homeless and people that need a meal, and when it's super cold, shelter and the like. Bill's Recreation, this guy's a pool shark. He's got quite the queue. And yeah, this is a piece of property here that's prime time also. Okay, we're just doing a time check here. Now it looks like I'm not off by an hour. The D, that's the Jumbo's, the side view. And again, world famous. I'll have to check it out for myself sometime. Here, loft for lease, 3,000 square feet, commercial. There's the name and number. So I'm walking back kind of in the northwesterly direction, back up 3rd to where I parked. And now I'm going to check out the Raven Lounge. But on the way, this was like an old church. And people are living there, I believe, now. This is Shane Street. Coming up on the Detroit Incinerator. This is the Bottle Rocket. This is the Shane Ferry Market. And that was sold. This is the incinerator and the smokestack. And they need to figure out the red tape and get rid of that. Okay, St. Aubin and Frederick. This is where they have summer blues jams. Kind of starts around Mother's Day kind of thing, or if the weather permitting, a little bit early, but on Sunday afternoons. And they run it through like October, like almost Halloween type time. And it's a great blues place. Free blues, free entertainment, and it's top notch. But they're doing some urban planning and farming and the like. Okay, and here's the Raven Lounge. And live blues Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So they have good music here. That's right here on Shane Street. Okay, then more sleepy time. I sleep in between these segments. Oh, then my sister and brother-in-law. Check this out.
Degrees in there. We'll go inside. Maybe next.
What can we do better to make sure that innocent people
This was Sunday, April 2nd. I never get up this early.
be showcased at a special event in Dearborn?
The 6th annual Glass Egg Extravaganza is underway this weekend at Fox 2's Ryan Hermani. He's right there live in the middle of all the action. Hey, Ryan.
Hey, this is Big Stuff here, Marielle. Good morning to you. Good morning, Charlie. You know what? This is the hottest place in Metro Detroit. We're at the Glass Academy in Dearborn, and I'm with my good buddy Chris here. And tell us a little bit about what you got going on here and what you got going on.
That's my brother-in-law.
Signature glass. It's a copper blue glass, beautiful electric blue, and we're going to be making nests, chicks, all different types of egg-related and Easter-related products from 10 to 5 today. We've got the molten glass. We're in Dearborn, and we're excited to educate people about the glass.
This is day 2 of the event. Yesterday you had hundreds of people in here. Today you will have hundreds of people in here. It is a free event, as you mentioned. This is an experience, is it not, to kind of watch this stuff happen?
Yeah, and that's what we're doing it for. We want people to be able to come in and watch us blow glass. We can educate folks about the glass, and you can actually take classes here. You can get your hands on the glass and work it yourself.
Lots of Easter-related things here, right?
Oh, yeah. We've got all kinds of really cool chicks. We've got bunnies. We've got eggs, nest bowls, a lot of really interesting things. And they're all signature products that we love showing people how we make them.
And part of that is if we can get a shot inside, and I don't know if this relates on television or not, but it is extremely hot in there, 2,000 degrees, and you feel it out here standing just outside of it.
Yeah, it's like a campfire, man. It is hot, but that's one of the things that people like. They come in on a cool day. They like to sit around the glass, get warm, watch us manipulate it and sculpt things. I mean, we start with nothing but like molten honey, and it's a really cool experience.
You guys have been in business for over 30 years, and it means you're doing something right.
Yeah, I think that's a test to, what we do. It's about letting people know how we do it and letting them watch us do it.
Awesome, Chris. Thanks for having us out. We'll be here all morning long talking about today's event. We'll take you inside the gallery so you can see the finished product of some of these fine glass-blowing items that they have up for sale today. Again, 10 to 5 here at the Glass Academy in Dearborn. The Egg Extravaganza. It's pretty cool stuff, guys. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
Looks pretty hot there. Really hot there.
Wow, and I'm seeing all that. Now I want to go. Well, but they kept having segments. This one was at 7:40 or so.
For all ages, that highlights the art of glass blowing, and it's going on this weekend.
Yes, it is, and it's the 6th annual Glass Egg Extravaganza. Fox News' Ryan Ermani joins us now live with a closer look. Ryan, what's going on there?
Well, Marielle, I am just so happy about the fact that you got that pronunciation right, because it is the Egg Extravaganza, not the Extravaganza, right? And to help me talk about it, my good friend Janet, we've got some new products this year as well. It's a free event today, by the way, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. here in Dearborn at the Glass Academy. Janet, what's new this year?
Well, what's new this year, this is how we celebrate Easter every year, but this year, for the very first time, we have bunnies, okay? And the bunnies, we have them in 2 styles. We have them in this style, which is the standing bunny.
That bunny matches her shirt. I wonder if she planned it.
That particular bunny is made in the copper blue, which is our signature color for this year.
We love copper blue.
It's one of my 2 favorite colors.
Love that color.
Absolutely. In addition to that, our longtime customers know that we've made glassy chicks for many, many years, okay? But when we introduced the bunnies, some of the glassy chicks were jealous, so they snuck out in the middle of the night and they went to the...
Oh, the horror. Say it ain't so.
This is the first year that we've had glassy chicks with rabbit ear headbands. And
we love that.
Just adorable. Absolutely adorable.
That is fantastic. Let's walk over here, Janet, if we could, because you guys have a promotion going on today for people who come out when it comes to your classes.
Exactly right. If you come out to our show today, I'll have a coupon to offer you for our next upcoming seasonal item. It's the Spirella mushroom. We introduced mushrooms last year at our spring show, but we never had an opportunity before where our customers could actually sit at the bench, work with a glass blower, and make their own. They're going to be about, you can see, my hands aren't very big, but you can see about the size they will be. Regularly, this class is $125, but if you come to the show today, I'll give you a coupon where you can sign up yourself and as many friends as you like for $68.
That's a major discount.
Major discount, and I can't emphasize how important it is that everybody take the opportunity to sit at the bench and work with a glass blower at least one time in your lifetime.
Janet, it's an experience, right?
It's an experience, and it's also, well, it's a personal experience, it's an adventure, it's also an educational experience, because if you like to watch glass blowers work, having sat at that bench yourself will inform what you're watching, whatever you watch in the future. You'll have a better understanding of exactly what they're doing. You'll understand it in a way that, as I could talk forever and not really be able to tell you.
It's awesome.
Do it yourself.
You have to do it yourself. It is awesome. Come to this event today, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. It's a free event. Come on out in Dearborn, the Glass Academy, the Eggstravaganza. Send it back to you in the studio.
All right, thank you, Ryan.
Well, my sister was in Chicago for a shower. My niece is getting married in June. Hopefully a little video to follow. But anyways, she said, hey, watch Fox News. They're doing some specials on us Sunday morning. So lo and behold, they kept coming back. I mean, they have news for like local news for like 3 hours in the Sunday morning. So here's another segment.
But what's going on here, Chris?
Well, actually, I'm just laying out some of this beautiful copper blue. We use this to make our nest bowls. That glass is the consistency of honey, and we keep it in that furnace. The furnaces can never be shut off. They're totally on 24 hours a day, cooking at about 2,100 degrees.
And you just have that thing in the furnace, and it's got some blue color now. What's the deal with the color?
Yeah, well, this is actually, we added earthly minerals, copper oxide, to the clear crystal, and it turned it to that electric blue, and you can see that blue. It is a very gorgeous blue. It's a really nice color to have.
You know, when people come to this event, it can be hands-on. You've got classes that you offer throughout the year as well. This is an experience to be here and see all this done, right?
Yeah, that's what we really focus on at the Glass Academy. Is we want to educate people about the glass, give them an unbelievable experience, and then at that point you can come back and you can try glass blowing yourself.
What about all the bunnies that are here today? We've got a table over here of some of the products, some of the finished products. You've got some eggs there and then some bunnies over there.
Yeah, actually that's a really hot seller. We almost sold out yesterday of our bunnies with ears on them, and our chicks, our glassy chicks. And, you know, we try to have themed items for each season, and this is our Eggstravaganza, which is our Easter show, and it is a really cool show. We've got so many one-of-a-kind items. I think there's something for everybody.
All right, and again, I have to ask you, so you don't burn yourself, but other people burn you here.
Yeah, that's the way it works. You know, it's like you just got to watch out for the other guy.
Well, while you got this thing in your hand here, it's a little scary to be close to.
Yeah, well, it's cooling down. That glass cools so quickly, this stuff will cool down to room temperature in about 3 to 4 minutes.
Really?
Yep. So from 2,000 degrees to room temperature, and it cools so quickly that it'll actually explode because it cools so much stress inside the glass.
Wow, that's something else. All right, 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. today, day 2 of this weekend's event. We're in Dearborn at the Glass Academy. Come on out. This is a really, really cool place. We're going to go back inside the gallery in the next segment, so we will see you there. Guys, we'll send it back to you in the studio.
That was wonderful.
All right.
But wait, there'll even be, I think, a 4th segment, and who knows, there might have been more. But they kept coming back to the well. So they were doing a good job here promoting Easter.
Hundreds more will be here today to help us talk about the event. We're inside the gallery now. We'll get back and do the glass blowing in the 9 o'clock hour. Is my good friend Janet. Janet, this is a really cool event today, isn't that?
Oh, absolutely. Our Easter Extravaganza is how we celebrate Easter here at the Glass Academy. This year we have some new products. We have bunnies for the first time this year. We have both a standing bunny and a bunny who's just comfortably sitting in the garden. Those folks who've been our customers for a long time know that we've been making our other product, our Glassy Chicks, for the last several years. However, they've been the center of attention. They were jealous of the bunnies, and some of them snuck out in the middle of the night
Oh, the horror.
Themselves some headbands because they were jealous of the new bunnies and still wanted to be the center of attention.
The headbands are big stuff.
Big stuff, absolutely. So we have chicks with headbands for the first time again this year.
And we want you to come out and get those. All right, now let's move over to this table here, Janet, because this is where the mushrooms are.
These are our Spirella mushrooms. They're a product that we introduced last year at our garden show. However, this year...
In case you're wondering, they are the magic variety.
We have a coupon for $68 where for the very first time you can sit at the bench and make your own Spirella mushroom. You couldn't do that last year. Now this is ordinarily $125, so you really want to come to the show today and get this coupon so that you can sit at the bench, work with one of our glass blowers, manipulate the glass and the tools, and have a product ultimately that you can tell all your friends about. They'll think you're just brilliant, but it'll really work out well for you.
That's awesome. And Janet, again, they have these classes all year long, throughout the year. So we want you to come on out, come today and get that coupon. Again, $125 normally for this class today.
Well, this is the Glass Academy anchoring West Dearborn, which is kind of neat. I'm going to walk around and we'll show you a little bit of the area. We'll do some urban planning here in West Dearborn. But it's just across the street from Home Depot. All right. I saw so many highlights and segments on TV, I decided I have to check it out for myself. So I'm only like 2 miles away. And lo and behold, more news crews are out here. Combination Channel 7, Channel 20, and they're waiting for the doors to open. They are to open at 10, and there we go. Just shortly after 10, here Claire is handing out the coupons as promised. But yeah, you can see the line queued up, and this was an event to be sure. So, but I'm going to take a little tour. I'll let the crowd settle in. But right here at Gully and Trowbridge, you see Home Depot and their garden center across the way. Here, live glass blowing. We shall see some of that, which is nice. And then just up the way, Michigan Avenue. And a few kind of neat little small industrial to medium-sized industrial businesses through here. The train tracks, the Amtrak lines running right here south of Trowbridge. They painted up a storage container. They have a little picnic area, but this is behind the Glass Academy. I was hoping for a train, but not at this time. But it's the tracks running back eastbound. Here's a few of the businesses in the area. This corner anchored by Al Shams Bakery. And then down to the left will be the Glass Academy. This is kind of an area where the airplane approached to Metro, so you'll see planes just one right after the other. Then here a landmark, the Cricket to be sure, McDonald's nearby also. This is a gentleman's club. Only gentlemen allowed. Okay, Falcon Inn Motel, you can get a $3, or is it $3.99 car wash, Subway. Then we have concrete, free estimates. We really need some of that. Concrete work, the season is just opening now. My sister's great for advertising, so she's got the signs out too, pointing people in the right direction. Across the way, okay, look here, this is a place for sale. So I like the context. Everything's part of the puzzle, piece of the puzzle kind of a thing. And everything's connected. Certainly, one business one lot connected to the next lot. There's no way around that. All right, you can get here and around here by bus. The 200 line will run to Fairlane Town Center and then on to Detroit. And they have some kind of arrangement with DDOT. My evil twin was thinking about checking that establishment out, but maybe I'll save that for another day. Here being on a Sunday, I can't do that. Yeah. Sunday. Look at these nice trees here in front of West Point. They'll be nicely blooming probably in a bit. All right, here are their hours. But they're a popular spot to be sure. Now here's the schedule for the Smart Line. Goes all the way to the Ford truck plant. And then the Dearborn Transit Center opened last year. The Ford World, just right in front of the World's headquarters, and then on to Detroit. We need mass transit from the airport to Detroit. Okay, this place somebody needs to come up with a plan. That gas station's been vacant for a while. This is the city limits between Dearborn Heights and Dearborn. That's Gully Road. There's my sister again. She's got signs all over the place. Signs everywhere. Sign. Do this, don't do that. Can't you read the sign? I think that would make good lyrics for a song. But yeah, that used to be Satellite Bowling Alley. And now Home Depot, which is doing pretty good. They got their nursery. Here, if I decide I did this little walking around, I'm going to rest my weary feet. Some more advertising all over the place. The signs kind of pop up like mushrooms. Oh yeah, take a load off. That's what I did. Gerber's Collision. And the crowd should be settled in. We're going to check Chris here making a classy chick. And the news crew is here too. We'll catch them in action.
He's heating up with the torch. He's heating it up really hot with that torch because he's going to go ahead and pinch, drop it in there, give it a good push. Beautiful. Now that you can see. So now we need to make sure those eyeballs are all straightened out and adjusted correctly. So in a moment, he's going to bring that out. He's going to do a little bit of adjusting. Probably push on with a little graphite rod or use some tweezers to adjust them the way he likes.
Okay, I'll take a quick spin around. Here's some mushrooms. And
so basically, I want to see if you guys can help me with my teas. We're going to be seeing what he's doing, and then the camera's going to pan to us. I'm going to be sitting in the audience with you, and I'm going to ask you how he's doing. You know, if you're enjoying the show, you guys can applaud. I'm assuming you're enjoying the show, right? Are you guys enjoying the show? Yeah? All right.
So he's getting some color on it for the ears. Switch it off. Chris is taking over the little bit of a glass cleaning of the ear.
You got blue on there somewhere?
Okay.
Some more color on there.
Oh, and then look up top. Isaiah always used to say, look up. I love heating and air conditioning. Well, that's ventilation, so that's all heating, but that's duct work. HVAC stuff. I love that. But anyways, Chris is making the ears, the bunny ears.
Ear shape. And stretch it a little bit and give a little bit of a trim along the bottom to create a flat spot. That flat spot is where we're going to attach it to the chick here in a moment. Just right. Give a little push. Attach that ear in. Awesome. Ear number one. Very nice. So So now we need to do a little bit of adjusting, a little bit of fire polishing, trim it up a bit, make sure that ear is shaped just right.
Well, it is the hottest show in town, going literally live at the Glass Academy in Dearborn for the extravaganza. And even 7-year-old Owen has been sitting here very quietly mesmerized with his favorite Roberto. And
When the name of the body
in the fire. What do you guys think of the show?
Jason's bringing over some more. Second ear there, because we need to have 2 ears.
Definitely need 2 bunny ears, so here we go. And you can see they work as a team here. It's a synchronized kind of choreography kind of a thing.
Right now, Jason's just keeping that nice and warm. So he's got to keep it so it doesn't get too cold. So if it gets too cold, that stresses the glass out. We don't want to stress that glass out. So he's kind of keeping it nice and warm, but not so warm that it's moving all over the place. So we're still going to keep it somewhat stiff. Alright, so switch back over. Jason's going to go ahead and get that ear nice and hot. And then he's going to bring it over. They're going to plop it right on top of that bunny chicken.
Definitely looking over someone's shoulder, but second bunny ear on.
So you pop that off. Now you're going to fire polish it, make sure there's no sharp edge. When you cut that off, it creates a little bit of sharp edge, so you want to get rid of that. Okay, like detail, right? Alright, so we're getting the tail. Jason's getting another layer of yellow on there. Alright, so he's letting that pop right down onto the back side there, so you get a nice little ball there. But the tail feathers should be more flat, so he's going to flatten it out a little bit. And then he's going to create that feather pattern by pinching it with those shears, getting a little cut. Now working his way around. So, wow, it looks very misleading what colors that's going to be, because that looks orange right now. It looks orange and blue. But really, that's actually going to be bright yellow. And the reason that the colors don't look right is because of how hot it is. The true color of glass does not show up until around 500 degrees. This is 1,000 degrees, so when the glass is 1,000 degrees, it's very misleading. It doesn't look like the true color. Alright, so now you just get it warm again real quick.
This is a custom bunny. The lady here and her grandson maybe, I shouldn't even suggest, but she's taken a photograph here. She custom designed this piece and it's kind of neat. Order it and then watch it carried out and made and be born basically in front of you. You have to wait for it to cool off, and it takes, you can come back the next day and pick it up. But just the same, how fun is this to watch it be born? A bunny.
So we don't want to touch that with our bare hands. So he has to wear those giant gloves to protect his hands. Put a couple drops of water along that neckline area to weaken it, and you can tap it pop right off. Now they're going to go ahead and place that into a little patty of glass. We're going to adjust to make sure it's sitting up nice and straight. All right. So now we need to put it away to cool down overnight, because we can't let that guy sit out here on its own. So if we let him sit out here on its own, the whole thing will explode, which would look really cool, but we don't want that for the beautiful little bunny there, so bunny chick. So we need to put them away for the annealing oven to cool down very slowly. It'll actually take about 14 hours for that to reach room temperature. And we do that so it stays at one nice solid action.
Oh, those live demonstrations are the bomb. I enjoy. It's a fun medium. Here, Claire's doing an interview.
Right here, we have some that are fresh out of the dealer, so they're still warm. That's neat. And what are they called again? What are their names? These are our classy chicks. Classy chicks, and they all come with names and birth certificates. Haven't done an Instagram account, so you can find one with your name, or maybe you can christen one yourself. And this year, they have really cool brand.
Yeah, they were doing something too with Instagram and Twitter and all them social media formats. There's right now they're too numerous to mention. It's like, egads. But yeah, here, Detroit, the D-line. It's hop on the D-line. Detroit's coming back. That's exciting. Eggs. Well, yeah, Easter's coming up. This show will air first on Tuesday. The world premiere will be. Let's see, what will it be? 10th, 11th. But April 11th. But Easter is on the 16th. And it's different every year. What is it? It's the first Sunday after the full moon, after the vernal equinox. It's like, wow, So yeah, you gotta look at the calendar and figure all that out. Okay, so they have classes and they have events.
Tigers, the color scheme. So right now they're heating up their solid color rod.
They have a lounge and then interesting hangers, little hooks, and all handmade. That's what's kind of neat about it, and original. No two are alike. But yeah, fun with Easter, the beginning of spring. Wow, Tigers back in town and all that. Oh, I was going to say which one wasn't made out of glass, and if you guessed that one, that you guessed correctly. Okay, so WXYZ.com, and they have a tip line. They did a great job, really doing their show. The media coverage is. Hey, we just saw the website. That will show the latest show. I just have a one-page site. Nothing to get too excited about, but there is a YouTube thing on there, so if you missed this show or if you want to go back and catch a certain segment, this show is on YouTube.
I'm showing hands to make it with somebody that you knew before. Between two lovers, guys, you know I love you more. I heard through the grapevine that my love would you be mine. Oh, ain't supposed to cry, but these tears I can't hold inside.
Oh, we're gonna check out the back 40, but a classic Motown tune to be sure. But it's nice they figured out what to do with this property here and this hotel combination, Holiday Inn, Staybridge. I think there might even be a third, but it just opened up, I think, late last year. Nearby, the Big Boy. This is iconic. These statues, I love these things. This would be a great photo op. Not every Big Boy has one of these guys. He's stepping in some water, though. Just don't have any electricity nearby him, but yeah, he's happy with that double-deck burger. Yeah, Holiday Inn Express is also one of the things there, and there may be a third. I'm not sure what room rates are, but this is still considered West Dearborn. I love the rock work here. And big rocks and some mortar in there, but that's not your typical walled. There's some craftsmanship involved with that. Here, another country inn off in the distance, and Chuck E. Cheese. Oh, kids know where that is. Off in the distance, the Henry Ford Museum. But I'm going to park it here, and this is definitely urban planning here, and I won't be able to get to it all on this particular show, but the rest of it will air next week. But this part of West Dearborn, but a little bit east of where we just were, is undergoing a restoration. This block already has been through it, and here on a Sunday, they were up on the roof. Looks like the escape hatch up there, and they were doing some work. There's a restaurant here coming soon, Mint 29. If you're interested in working here, there's a place to send your resume. I love the roof line here on this building. And then I loved when they put the dates up there when it was born, 1833. Cannoli Pastries. So this is a fun kind of block, but here, Dearborn Historical Museum. So there's history here, and it's kind of neat. It's up on a hill, kind of a deal, so it would kind of make sense. Back in the day, you'd like a prominent place where you could see for a little bit around. There's the official city seal or their logo, and if you can really speed read really good, I'll tell you here, the Commandant Quarters, if you have the time, certainly Dearborn would be fun to do a little walking thing. But Michigan Avenue is like Main Street, Dearborn, but here they're gonna urban development. This is what you need, video security nowadays. That helps to deter crime. I love the gutters here. This is like a nice copper color. I don't think it's actually copper. Yeah, no, just copper color painted probably. But they have kind of like a little alley going through back here. You can get European desserts, among other kind of goodies. So if you have a sweet tooth, you'd probably be in heaven. Downtown Delhi, paint and pour, something to do with art and drinking. Oh, what a combo that is. Uh-oh. And here, yeah, the guy up on the roof, they're going to set up some, I don't know, maybe a little scaffolding, a little kind of arrangement to do some work up there on the roof. Public school, they had trouble making their U's back then, but it's quite common. But now it's some Arabic establishment, I believe. And then this building, I've always liked this building. And they have some words to live by up here. Faith, hope, charity. I think you always hear those three kind of together. So anyways, yeah. Back in the day, they had inspirational messages up on those buildings. But yeah, I'm just urban planning, so I'm walking around just getting a visual for myself to see what's going on. And here is the thing the Chamber of Commerce issued, and my sister Michelle gave this to me to use temporarily. But this is the new development, Michigan Avenue and Monroe. So this is looking in a southeast direction. And the Wagner Hotel with the little cornucopia thing on top. I am so happy to see this building finally get some use. So they're going to keep that building, but they're going to build all those buildings behind it where you see this empty lot. How cool is this? And this is Ford Motor Land Development that's behind this project. Then there's a park behind that, which is a little hard to see, but you can see some trees that they have. Then they have an office area and a parking deck on top. So I'm going to have to continue this next week. But look at the sign here. This is like those, this is a cool logo, but I like the ghost ad here, Wagner House. There's one up top. Entrance around corner. That one was done by United Signs, but this one, Wagner House. I can't make out the rest of that. But I would imagine, take a picture because they're going to build out those other buildings. Folks, though, thanks for watching. Like I said, it will continue next week. Look at back in the day, 1896. Yeah. stagecoach stop or something. I'm going to have to Wikipedia or Google this. But in the corner, well, it was a bridal shop.